Hello and welcome back to Legends of Ellaria Closed Beta with me, Barton. Okay, so as you can see, we're on version 0.5.42.06. There has been an update to the game. It's pretty major in terms of the RPG leveling, in that the warrior class has been fleshed out and we can basically start leveling up in that. But there are some other things that have been done to the game. Let me tell you in Larkon Studios' own words what has been done. So first, they've rebalanced combat statistics to reward leveling. Lower level classes are less effective in combat. So you're kind of getting into that thing of, as you increase in level, you feel more and more epic, which is great for a game like this. They added warrior skill tree and melee combat add-ons. You can now invest in specific combat styles of warrior, which we'll definitely look at before we get moving. They added missing statistics, such as critical hit and combat bonus for weapon types, which is cool. They made support for outdated saves by resetting our stats, but we can rebuild, which is what you can see there on the screen now. In terms of bug fixes, they fixed multiple movement and character control issues. You can see in the last one that I was having some issues with that. They removed the pink object in the tavern, not sure what that is, but sounds a little bit weird. Then quest entries in the quest window will now align to the top of the quest window. Fix some issues with your weapon attack range. They did certainly fix some issues, but I did play this earlier and there's still some issues there where enemies seem to be well within range, but you're actually not hitting them. Okay, then some other stuff, they rebalance damage, so you now do 50% base damage plus strength times 10% plus warrior level times 1. They fixed all loads, lower your health. What else? Fixed melee bonus was increasing your damage too much. Okay, so that's a balance issue. Fixed multiple issues with quest window. Fixed some issues that reset your health after leveling. Fixed all loads, lower your health. Changed cooldown text to include rounded seconds. Yeah, that's good because it was a bit annoying seeing point and then 10 or whatever more figures after the decimal point. What else then? The fixed chainmail armor visible in first person through the camera. So that was one that I mentioned a few times before, so it's great that they've done that. Now, so let's hit OK, hit O, and go in. So here we are here with on the character screen. As you can see, we have Novice Warrior. All of my points that I've spent have been reset, so we're going to go to Novice Warrior. Right, so we can start off with Novice Warrior and we're going to get melee damage, rear damage reduction, and then we can get combos as well, which is cool. Then we have these paths that we can go down. So one thing that I would mention is that this slider bar here is a little counterintuitive, because generally with slider bars you would expect to, if I slide it this way, then the view is going to move that way and all of this stuff is going to move this way, but it's not the case. So let me show you. So that all moves that way instead, so we have to go this way and across. So I'm sure there's a reason why it's been done like that. It's just, for me, it's counterintuitive, but other people might say, no, that's fine. Okay, so anyway, let's see the three kind of paths you can go down. So we've got Swift Warrior, which is pretty much about kind of, if you're a dex-based warrior, this is kind of helping you stand out, as it were, or become even more epic. So as a Swift Warrior, you're going to get 10% melee attack speed. You're going to go into critical hit and critical chance. So this is all about kind of being fast with your weapon and kind of just going in and a quick stab to a Ellaria and then going to another area and that kind of thing. Then that's kind of dovetails nicely with the precision strike, which increases your critical hit chance and then increases your critical damage as well. So again, it's about getting in there, very precise in your strikes, hitting vital organs or that kind of thing, and just kind of doing like a little ticks of damage and then a big spike, and then as you crit, and then little ticks of damage and another spike as you get another crit. Then that kind of again feeds nicely into one-handed mastery, although it's not necessarily it's not actually on the same path. It is like in the same section, as it were. So one-handed mastery, you're gonna get melee bonus, you're gonna get one-handed stamina cost reduction, and you're gonna get attack speed for that as well. So again, it's leading towards, if you are that dex-based character, well then you're going to be using one-handed weapons. You're not going to be swinging around big, heavy, two-handed things, and it just fits very nicely with it. Then sword mastery here, so you can get bonus damage when you're using a sword, which is probably going to be your weapon of choice when you're going to be doing precision strikes and one-handed mastery anyway. So again, it just all kind of links together nicely, and it thematically as well, not just in terms of the game mechanics. It works well. Then down the bottom here, we have kind of the other way that you can go, which is raw strength. So here you got your melee damage bonus, you got power attacks are going to cost less, and you can have more stamina. So this is about hitting hard and being able to do that for longer. So, your standard attack, as it were, is going to be doing more damage. And that's where your damage is going to come from. It's not going to be like tick, tick, spike, tick, tick, spike. This is going to be like consistent. Each tick is going to be a lot higher than the, say, with the Swift Warrior. But you're not going to have that massive spike. Or at least it's going to be less chance of critting for those massive spikes. Okay, then Power Strike again goes well with that, where it's more melee damage. You're going to be doing more damage with your power attack, and you're going to be able to do your power attack faster. You're going to be beefier, so you're going to have more health. And then that brings us to the two-handed mastery. So, you're this big beefy guy that can swing hard and swing often, and now you've got some massive two-handed weapon that you're gonna use on people, and so you're gonna get bonuses to your two-handed damage. It's gonna cost you less stamina because you're powerful, and it doesn't tire you as easily to do this. You're gotten used to swinging around these weapons. And your attack speed is faster because basically the weapon just doesn't feel like as heavy and bulky as it would to, say, the Swift Warrior type people. Then that feeds in again to Axe Mastery, where if you're using an axe, you're going to get 10% bonus. Now, obviously, axes could be a one-handed weapon, but if you're going down this way with a two-hander, you're probably going to be using a two-handed axe weapon, and it's all just going to sit nicely together and make you feel that kind of epic, powerful, almost Conan the Barbarian type, where you're just going to just keep being able to put your strength behind every hit and beat the other guy into submission or just cleave him in two. Then in the center here we have Veteran Warrior, which rather than being kind of a nimble character, the most nimble guy who's always looking to kind of to go for the vital areas and that kind of thing, or on the other side, the big powerful guy who's just massive and is intimidating and is just going to beat people down. This is someone who has been there, done that, and they're going to beat their enemies just by having more experience than them, knowing how to use their weapons better and that kind of thing. So straight away you get melee stamina cost is reduced because you've now, I guess, learned to swing your whatever weapon you're using in a more efficient way, so that's not costing you as much stamina. You're going to get increased to damage. Actually, I should have an E on the end, but that's fine. Going to get increased damage. You're going to be able to dodge better because maybe you're anticipating, after being so many combats, you can just look at the body shape or little twitches and get that just, fraction of a second chance to dodge away a bit better. You're going to get melee combos as well. So, just from your experience and stuff. Then you're going to go into weapon mastery, where you're going to be, you're going to get +1 melee combos again. You're going to get damage on critical hits. You're going to get critical hits ignoring armor. So, thematically, I'm thinking that that's the kind of guy who, I fought these guys before, and if you stab him just here in the side, then that's where it kind of buckles up and there isn't as much armor there. So you can actually do a little, you can get into the soft skin rather than having to hit through the armor and that kind of stuff. So it's kind of the experience of having fought, multiple enemies before and knowing where's a good place to hit them. Then mace mastery, this is straight up melee damage with the mace. So the mace is kind of a bludgeoning weapon, and that's what this guy is going to be doing, is where like you're basically just going in and hitting the guy. But what you can also do as well is, because of the way this links up, is that you could easily have a two-handed like greatsword or like some massive mace or something in the game as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. And then one-handed person, could easily have a mace or an axe or whatever. So that's nice too. Thematically, you can build your warrior your way too. I like the way they've done this, where you kind of have these here that are their own paths, and then the center you can branch again, and then you can branch again, so that you could easily go one-handed and any one of the weapons, two-handed and any one of the weapons, and you're going to have weapon master backing that up as well. So you can build it your way, which is great. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do our building. So again, I was tempted to scroll in the other direction. Now, let's see. We're going to be more dex based, so we're going to get our dex up to 10. We're going to increase our strength, our intelligence, our constitution a couple, and spirit and charisma I'm going to leave for the moment. So then I want to go strength a little bit more, and then dex. Okay, and then skill tree we have 8 points. So let's start with novice warrior. We're going to get our nice unlocks here, get some lovely combos, and then we're going to go into swift warrior. So we need to get our warrior up to at least 50. So we can do that. So you're going to be 50. I want to get mage up to 25, and I don't have quite enough points to get ranger up there as well, but when we do, we put 3 more in there. Then in swift warrior, so to unlock this, you need 50 in warriors. That's why I put 50 points in there. And then we're going to unlock what we can here. And then in precision strike, we're going to go there as well. Okay. And then we need warrior level 70 for the next one. So we're going to look at veteran warrior. So we can get this here, unlock that. And then as we get more points, we're going to unlock some more. Okay, cool. Now, what we're going to do now is we are going to head on home. So I'd love to have the world map, because then I could see where the closest, I think there's one around the corner here, I think, where the closest portal is to be able to get home. Pretty sure there's one around here. That's something I have to do with this character is kind of unlock more of them, because you've only got the one unlocked, which is around here on the edge of the undead area. Is it over? I think it's over this way. He says rather confidently, not. Oh, hi. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see that the guys are keeping up a good pace to their updates and stuff. Right, so it's not over this way. Could go on through there, but I don't really want to, so we're going to turn around instead and head over. I know if I keep running in this general direction, I'm going to get home anyway. But yeah, it's good that the developers are keeping up a nice pace with the updates. There it is over there. You can kind of feel like they're still working hard. They haven't kind of hit a wall where they just decide, okay, well, we've done what we can, and that's it. Like that's as much the game that we're gonna do. No, like they're still working hard on stuff, and you feel like there's going to be a lot more to come in the future, which is great, because they have obviously given themselves a lot to do in the future in terms of the scope of the game. And the great thing about that is that, like, different people are going to be looking forward to different aspects of the game. Like for me, I'm really looking forward to being able to build a nice big town and to kind of add personality to the town. Like in that village that we just left, I'd love to see. Like it's supposed to be where all our kind of warriors are coming from. So I'd love to see where you had like an archery range. You had kind of little industry going on within the village where people are making the different components that you're going to need for that. So you've got someone who's making kind of the staves, or whatever you call it, the kind of wooden part of the bow. Somebody who's using maybe animal sinew or whatever to make the string, or wherever how they're going to do that. Some making the shafts, the arrows, some are making the flight, some making the head. People who are assembling them together, and just have that kind of industry there so that it's a bit more believable. Okay, but let's have a chat with you, Mr. Advisor Dude. A fine day to you, Lady Critter. Anything I can help you with? About Greenside? About the Riverside Village? Will they join our cause? They certainly will. Their delegation is on its way. This is good news. Their alliance would prove most useful. It certainly would. Okay, we can now recruit more archers, and we can build more houses, which is cool. Okay, so actually, no, I don't want to recruit anyone because we need to be saving our cash for building the tavern. I don't think we quite have enough cash yet. So what I'm going to do is go into our quest log. Okay, I want to get rid of that, and kill the raiders is the one that I want to track. Okay, so we need to go in that direction. Okay, so behind that mountain Okay, well, let's come up here and get over the slope. That's a bit weird. See that kind of light artifact there? That is a bit strange. That's something that maybe could be dealt with. Yeah, and I have recorded this episode before, but what happened was I did this thing with the bandits. I killed enough of them to the point where the game said, okay, yeah, you've done what you needed to do, just head on back to your advisor. But me being me, I thought, no, well, if we're clearing out the bandits, we should clear them all out. So I went to the area where they were spawning, killed a few more, but then eventually got killed, but didn't actually fall down dead. So I was at 0 HP. I was standing there in the area where they were spawning, or at least where the bulk of them were. I don't know where they were spawning there. It certainly looked that way. But they were ignoring me because they thought, yeah, that person's dead. I couldn't move. So there was nothing I could do about that. So I thought, okay, what I'll do is I'll save the game. I'll then quit out and go back in. And what's that over there? Interesting. Okay. But by doing that, I thought, okay, when I go back in, maybe the game can reset it or whatever and just have me as being dead. But that didn't work. So the game just hung. I had to quit out of it. So then I said, okay, I'll reload the game completely and try it. And then it did the same thing. It got a little bit further down the track, but it just hit a point where it just couldn't do any more. Okay, so I think we're coming up on the point now, yeah, where these guys are going to be. So I'm going to switch to this, take out my sword. Oh, look at this. Okay. Right, we're in first person now. Oh, I definitely need to run away. Ouch. Right, so here I just need to kill enough of them where the game says, yeah, you've done it. So we're going to try to do that. Okay, so we don't actually have our... there we go. Okay, take this, lady. Okay, as you can see now, we are actually hitting before them. So you can see our quick precision is definitely working out for us. Right, so that's one lady dead. Let's find some... Okay, so you're behind this tree. Okay, that was good. Let's get... Oh, you're... Okay, so obviously the tree isn't solid all the way through. Right, that's you dead. And now on to the next one. Oh, we didn't dodge out of the way of that. Yeah, see, this is the distance thing I was talking about. So I was... It looked like I was close enough to actually hit her with the sword, but it wasn't. And then she moved in, because she's got a dagger, she moved closer to close in the range. And then even though my sword is longer than her dagger, I seem to be at the right range then to use it to hit her. Okay, so now I want to just attract... Oh god! Attract a massive fireball apparently. But just attract a few more enemies my way. It'd be nice if the trees went on fire, when they got hit by fireballs. But I could see, players being players, if that happened, then there'd be no trees in the game. There'd just be blackened stumps all over the place. It just looked like the aftermath, permanently the aftermath of a fire, like a forest fire or something, and kind of be similar to Mordor or somewhere. Like, let's try to deal with you, so we need to come forward a little. Now we're going to run a little bit because we are getting just a tiny bit overwhelmed. Like that and that. Okay, let's back up a little. I really like how they go for the to try to flank you. Okay, let's see if we can finish her off. We almost got it. There we go. Okay, then we break through that gap, turn and fight. Okay, so that dude is the one that I want to get to. Let me strafe around. Okay, he's being pretty successful staying in the center though. Got you now. Okay, now these three look like mage types. And apparently I've gained constitution and we've done it. Okay, so now let's inspect these guys and take some cash. That's going to be very welcome for a tavern. It's always nice when these guys decide that what they'd really like to do is to help out our village by contributing to the building of our lovely tavern. We'll take that. We don't really. Well, maybe we should get the potion of mana. We're not really building towards that at the moment. We'll take that from you. We'll take your potion of mana. I really like though how they've built it so that the enemies, they're always kind of, at least their look, they're a lot more random than they used to be. But it'd be nice as well if their gear was a bit more randomized, because like these guys are bandits, so they shouldn't really be wearing like a uniform. Now they might be wearing a uniform because there may be deserters from a town guard or even our town guard or whatever, but at the same time, you'd expect them to come from different communities, so they would have different types of gear. So all the melee guys and all the mage guys wouldn't look the same. So maybe that's something that's going to come in the future though. Okay, so we have a portal over there which we're going to make use of. That person is thinking about shooting us. They certainly shot an arrow our way. We're going to go over to the portal and use it. We do have one person chasing us, and we are going to turn around and take care of him because it's just the one person. Hi there. Oh, love the lovely red beard. I want to see. Yeah, that's better. Look at this. We're not being staggered the way we were before. That's brilliant. Okay, I like that. So blocking actually is more useful now, which is great. So taking care of those guys. Oh, I love how the lights are dancing in the trees above from the distance. We discovered a new portal, which is excellent. We're going to use the new portal. Okay, Greenside. We're going to go to Greenside Village. So the Dark Forest is where the undead are. That's nice to know. Okay, we are back here. I'm not sure what it is that I can't. Oh, let's get rid of that. That's probably what it is. Okay, I am no longer in combat. I can pop on down. Ouch, broke my legs. It's fine. But slowly but surely, the game is taking on a bit more personality just as more and more stuff is being added, and it's really nice to see. Right, let's have a chat with you. A fine day to you, Lady Critter. Anything I can help you with? Well, something I can help you with is kind of setting your mind at ease about these bandits. Yes? Their raiding days are over. Well, some of them that's true for. I did leave a significant bunch of them there, but maybe they'll go raid somewhere else instead. Okay, but I'm just going to tell you, their raiding days are over. That's good news indeed. Our wood production should increase over the next few days. Are there any pressing matters I should know about? Nothing really, but I heard a barracks captain has some pressing matters for you to attend to. Maybe like building a barracks so we can talk to him? That would be good. Okay, so thanks for that. And that's all for now. Thank you. And that is all for this video as well. But I do like that, look down, we can't see our chainmail or wherever that we had on the before. We have leveled up as well, which is nice. So let's actually do that now. So we're going to go into decks again. We're going to increase our warrior level because we are heading towards this warrior level 70 if we can, but for now we'll take another one in this, and that's it. Okay, so yeah, the warrior is looking promising, and as I said, the game is again always moving in the right direction, which is excellent to see. And something that I really do want to see is you next time as well. So goodbye from me. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button there on the right and check out some other videos here on the left.